What is next for Terence Crawford? Will have to beat an Israel Majamov in a very close fight. What is next for him? We should get the winner between Sebastian Fondora versus Errol Spence Jr. to collect 2 more belts at 154 and become closer to becoming undisputed champion. Now let's say Errol Spence Jr. beats Sebastian Fondora and goes on to fight Terence Crawford once again. Well, I got Terence Crawford winning the rematch, and I'll tell you why, because Terence Crawford showed in their first fight that his power, speed, and skill is just way too much for Errol Spence Jr. And there's no way that Errol Spence Jr. has improved enough in just 1 year to beat Terence Crawford. So again, there's no way Errol Spence Jr. wins in the rematch. Now let's say Sebastian Fondora beats Errol Spence Jr. and goes on to fight Terence Crawford. Well, I got Terence Crawford winning this fight as well. Again, Terence Crawford has way too much experience, skill, speed, and power for Sebastian Fondora. Terence Crawford also has a way better resume. Sebastian Fondora is looking at Tim Tszyu got a nasty cut in their fight, because if not, he wouldn't even be champion. The only way that Sebastian Fondora beats Terence Crawford is if he keeps his range and outlands Terence Crawford and takes it by decision, which won't happen because Terence Crawford has the experience and skill to get through that problem.
Now, I know some people believe that it was a close fight, and some people believe that Israel Majamov possibly won the fight, but I believe that if you go round by round, yes, Israel Majamov did win some rounds, and he did look pretty good here and there, but Terence Crawford did win the fight pretty convincingly. Yes, it was a close fight, but when a fight is that close, you have to look at everything you can. You have to look at who threw more, who landed more, and who controlled the fight, and when you look at that, you come to a conclusion that it wasn't a robbery. Terence Crawford just outperformed Israel Majamov, and he is the real winner. Now, let's say Terence Crawford doesn't go on to fight Errol Spence Jr. or Sebastian Fondora. Well, there are 2 other guys left that could be next for Terence Crawford, and those are Canelo and Virgil Ortiz. Since Turki Al-Sheikh did say that this is what he has planned for Terence Crawford, which based off Terence Crawford's performance, there are a lot of questions on the table. Like, does Terence Crawford have it in him to beat Canelo, considering Canelo's power? Since you've seen that Terence Crawford didn't handle Israel Majamov's power too well, and the same thing goes for Virgil Ortiz, because we know that Virgil Ortiz has a lot of power, and his style of fighting could also mean big problems for Terence Crawford. So in the end, the only fights that I believe that make sense for Terence Crawford are the fights with Virgil Ortiz and Canelo, since Terence Crawford needs to go for hard fights, and I believe those 2 men are the only ones who would give Terence Crawford a hard fight, since I doubt anything would change with Errol Spence Jr. and Sebastian Fondora just isn't on the level of Terence Crawford.